Thank you for taking the time to come here. For some of you, I know you've been on the road literally for hours in order to gather together and in prayer and to celebrate the significance of the power of prayer. And I'm grateful to you. I'm humbled by the opportunity. It was interesting last night. I won't read it to you. You could look it up yourselves. But if you read the actual definition of to pray or of prayer, it's fairly pedestrian. It sounds fairly simplistic and mundane. But it's powerful. And when we have seen, as we have in recent days, in places like Marshall County, events that occur that are frankly impossible to articulate or describe or to understand, you see people turn to prayer not because it's insignificant, not because it's a cultural crutch, not because it's something they do when they don't know what else to do, for quite the opposite reasons. Because at a time like that, interestingly, if it were what the cynics would have you believe it to be, it would be utterly irrelevant, insignificant, non-impactful. And yet people earnestly, instinctively, and collectively turn to prayer at times like that, because at a time like that, and it may be an occurrence in your daily life, but it's especially when an entire community's attention is drawn to unspeakable tragedy, that we realize exactly how fearfully and wonderfully we are made, and who it was that actually made us. It's when we understand, as our founders did, what it is to be endowed by our Creator with life, and to want to commune and be able to commune, and to understand that at a time when everything else fades by comparison and the beautiful colors of our lives fade to a dull gray, that the only tangible, solid thing is prayer. And while the poo-pooers and the mockers and the people on social media who want to belittle the significance of prayer at a time like that, or any time, frankly, I'm reminded of what scriptures tell us, that be not deceived. God is not mocked. I'm grateful to each and every one of you. I'm grateful to you, to those who you represent, because some of you are here representing a larger church or synagogue or group of believers in some way. I'm grateful for the fact that you are here to represent, but that you are here in an understanding of the power of prayer. A prayer is something that, truth be told, requires two things. Requires humility and requires faith. Humility to understand that at times there is nothing that we, in our mortal capability, have the capacity to do on our own, that things exceed our ability to address. And so we reach out in humility and we reach out in faith, with confidence that our Creator is listening, does care, more than even for the sparrows in the field. As we move forward this morning, again, I express my gratitude to you, my appreciation for the opportunity to, in some small way, serve you as a public servant. But I thank you as well for your prayers for me, for my family, your prayers for the Commonwealth, for the United States of America, and for peace in this world. And it is my prayer as we move forward this morning, that as the psalmist David wrote, that the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts will be pleasing to God. Thank you.